I NFL is back! And yes, this is my NFL is back, and yes, I'm gonna upload to normal while in July. And this is gonna do with this is the NFL season is back again. And yes, and today I'm gonna do with 2022-2023 NFL season. This is the third annual NFL season predictions. That in last year, they did last year, the Chiefs ended up winning against the Packers. And now moving on to the 2021-2022 season this week. And then Jalen happened. Last year, the Buffalo signed the Los Angeles Rams won the Super Bowl against Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 56. The curse is real. And now let's check out the regular season's release schedule. What's going on here right now? We're gonna just start off and it happen. Before it starts, let me gonna get happen. As you can see, that second chance use the proud predictions and use the prayer protector. It was gonna win the Super Bowl 57, and now we're gonna do coming back. And now let's get started. So now we're gonna start off with the AFC East, and wow, the like cheese right there. Let's start off with the Buffalo Bills, the first place and the superpower team. The Buffalo Bills are the first place and the best team, right? Do not do the randoms and Josh Allen in the roster. The Bills are very tough, and the Bills are a good team. And then the Bills, and again. Now, the Bills are the winning in the ways to go in the Buffalo. Bound, I'm gonna say Josh Allen is gonna get another AFC East division title. I'm gonna pick 30-4 for the Buffalo Bills. Alright, Buffalo Bills are in 30-4. Now we're good. Tough one. Josh Allen in the roster. Buffalo Bills are the AFC East division title. We're gonna give 30-4 and you're gonna good. Then the Buffalo Bills are 30-4 in the postseason. So Buffalo and gonna get there and in the right in postseason. Birds. And now it's now time to move on. Now we'll move on to the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins right there. And get the Miami Dolphins. Where Miami Dolphins? There we go. Miami Dolphins. They're the Miami Dolphins are in the playoffs. But in the last time, the Dolphins are in the playoffs, sir. The playoffs are no chances. Or the playoff season, sir. Miami Dolphins are the peer to Sunday Night Football that is game against Steelers. Never do it, didn't happen. But I'm gonna say Miami Dolphins are the record are of 8-9 record. So that means 8-9. Let's gonna get there. Alright, 8-9 record Dolphins. We're gonna do. So the Miami Dolphins are 8-9. They're gonna happen to Miami Dolphins and do it. So the Miami Dolphins in right now. So I'm gonna got an 8-9 record. The Miami Dolphins in a good team. Now move on to the New England Patriots, who didn't happen with Mike Jones during the last season. The playoff lost against the Buffalo Bills in the AFC wildcard game. So the New England Patriots are the 6th seed. Previous season has 11-6 with the team with the best record after 7-1 start. 7-2 starts and now maybe gonna go and happen. So I'm gonna go 7-10. New England Patriots are the best team. I'm gonna go 7-10. New England Patriots are a good team. New England, now the Patriots are in 7-10. Let's go 7-10. Alright, so the New England Patriots are 7-10. We're not gonna get the playoff spot, so the New England did not make it to the playoffs. And the New England Patriots are past it, and then they're gonna do it in the penalty and half. All the side of New England, the about they didn't have, so 7-10. Let's go. The Patriots are 7-10. That means they did not make it to the playoffs in third place. And now move on to the New York Jets are the worst team back in the first year. So New York Jets are a bad team right now, and a bad team, the New York Jets team. Even though the Jets, there. Oh no, that's the Chargers right there. I don't know if no, they're the Chargers. The Jets, I got Jets right there. There we go. Jets team right now. The Jets are bad record. We're gonna get say. I'm gonna say one. You're gonna say 3 wins to get 14 loss. Let's go 3-14 now. With good one, let's go 3-14. Alright, New York Jets are 3-14. Did not happen, and New York Jets are bad record. That I'll never do it and ever forget. So the New York Jets did not in 3-14 and did bad record, and now we're gonna do. And now it's time to move on to the AFC North. Well, fourth place is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and for the first time since 2004, and that means Ben Roethlisberger was not in the roster, and then happened after retirement. So the first Steelers game since post Roethlisberger era, that Ben Roethlisberger era is ended. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are the no more Ben Roethlisberger is not in the roster, and it happened and retirement. So that the no more Big Ben, no longer including Super Bowl. The Pittsburgh Steelers didn't never do it. So the Steelers are gonna go give, and we're gonna have. Let's go. Steelers are gonna go say the 7-10. Let's go 7-10 for the Steelers, but did not make it to the playoffs. Alright, so Pittsburgh are 7-10, did not make it to the playoffs. Not sending the Pittsburgh teammates, even though the Steelers are didn't make it. So I'm just gonna get the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs and did not make it. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are 7-10. Move on, the third place is gonna go the Cleveland Browns. The Browns is gonna get there, and the Cleveland Browns never do it and happen. Baker Mayfield, unfortunately, Baker Mayfield did not get it to happen because traded to the Carolina Panthers in the roster. Baker Mayfield or the Panthers in the new look Panthers team. Then a chance to get playoffs. So I'm gonna say we're gonna go 6-11. The third place is Steelers instead fourth. I'm gonna go the fourth place is Cleveland Browns, the 6-11. The Browns are the 6-11. Very bad team. So the Panthers are crazy than Baker Mayfield. So let's go 6-11. Alright, so Cleveland Browns are 6-11. They not made it to the playoffs because Baker Mayfield is not in the game because roster going to Carolina. So now the fourth place is gonna be Cleveland Browns, and they did not made it to the playoffs. And now move on to the second place is gonna be the Baltimore Ravens. Last season they collapsed after 8-3 start. The Baltimore Ravens are 8-3 start. It means they not made it to the playoffs or not since because Lamar Jackson are injured, and that means up in the Baltimore Ravens team are the best teams, not good and not gonna get it. So I'm gonna go with the 9-8 and did not make it to the playoffs. So the Baltimore Ravens are not in the playoffs and they didn't get it. So let's go. The Ravens are 9-8. So the Ravens are the 9-8. So they not make it. So the Ravens are the 9-8. Did not get the playoffs. But the Baltimore is in a good chance. They're without him. So I'm gonna go the Baltimore Ravens are the 9-8. So 9-8 are there. And then finally, it's now the first place is the Cincinnati Bengals in the first place with the good team with John Burrow, and in the last season the Bengals are the playoffs. While the teams are the best record and the top been there, the Cincinnati Bengals are the postseason. John Burrow's and team while the Bengals are in the playoffs. I'm gonna say the Bengals are gonna go 13-4, the best record in the NFL right now. The John Burrow and gonna get the gift for the postseason bird, and I'm gonna go John Burrow with the Bengals are in the playoffs. Alright, so Cincinnati Bengals are 13-4, best record right now, setting him and the Bengals are the best team. Bengals are in the playoffs, so the 13-4. The Cincinnati Bengals are the playoff racing. Not in getting sense. The Bengals are giving the playoffs. We're getting good wonder, and we see sweeps over. They say the sweep over there. The Buffalo and Cincinnati tie with 13-4. And now moving on to the AFC South. The fourth place is the Jacksonville Jaguars are the fourth place. The fourth place is Jacksonville Jaguars, and in the non-new team, very tough match, and they never do it, and then a bad record since they never do it. And then the Jaguars are on the playoff side, and it means Jacksonville Jaguars and the 9 So I'm gonna get another worse record. This time, I'm gonna go 4-13. So the Jacksonville Jaguars are 4-13, the best announced and the worst record in the NFL right now. So the San Diego Jacksonville Jaguars, so they did not make it for the 4-13. So Jacksonville Jaguars are 4-13 right now, and right there, and him, a good one. Now move on. The third place is the Houston Texas. The Houston Texas, and then right now, the non made it, and it happened. Never sent the Houston Texans or the non right now. Then sending the Texans or the didn't happen. But a good team, the Texans are the Habs. So I'm gonna take the Texans are 5-12 record, but not made it to the playoffs. So let's go with 5-12 Texans not made it to the playoffs. Alright, so Texans are 5-12 record, but did not make it to the take because the Texans are did not ever do it the 5-12 and never do it and do not send the Texans are not made it in the 5-12. Either 5-12 either no not made it. And now the second place is let's go with Tennessee Titans. And did you remember no the Tennessee Titans are nonsense. And then after no the Derrick Jones did not happen after losing in the divisional round against the Cincinnati Bengals in the divisional round. But maybe I'm gonna go the 9-8 for the Tennessee Titans, but do not make it. So the Texans and the Titans sends the Titans go 10-7. I'm gonna go 10-7 for Tennessee Titans. So the Tennessee Titans are 10-7. They made it happen. The Tennessee Titans are 10-7. They did never do it, and the Tennessee Titans are made it to the playoffs. Word and right. And finally, the first place. It's the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts are last season 9-8 did not make it to the playoffs because of lost the last day against the Jaguars did not happen ever do it. So the Indianapolis Colts are a good team. And they're a very good one. Since a good match by the Indianapolis the Colts team, the different happened. Let's go with the Colts are 11-6. We're gonna make it to the playoffs. So the Colts are 11-6. So the Indianapolis Colts are the 11-6. So that means the Indianapolis are in the playoffs field, and then the Colts are the 11-6. Now finally, it's time for the AFC West. The fourth place is the Las Vegas Raiders. So it means that it didn't happen. Derek Carr in the last season, and the Raiders in the playoffs against the Bengals, about the loss in the wild card game, and then nothing happened. So the Raiders are never do it. So then when the next make it rebuild, the needed Raiders are the needed rebuild. Derek Carr needed to make it to the playoffs. So the need against the Las Vegas Raiders are back in the playoffs. However, I'm going to say 9-8 for the Raiders, and the did not make it. So the Raiders are not made it. Let's go 9-8. So the Raiders are 9-8. So Derek Carr did not make it. So they didn't have Las Vegas chances. Right now, the two teams in the Raiders future each match didn't have. So the Raiders are not made. Next is we have the Denver Broncos are the third place. This is the first season of Russell Wilson era. The Broncos are the best teams. So the Rails and the Broncos are the makes first new look Broncos team that happened in the roster. So the Watson Rails and the Broncos are in the troops. So that means the Broncos are gonna skip. I'm gonna give the Broncos are gonna get 10-7. Then we'll make it to the playoffs. I'm gonna get 10-7. Alright, so the Broncos are 10-7. They not made it, so the Broncos will give the playoffs to the last playoff appearance since 2015 with Peyton Manning. So the Denver Broncos are in the playoffs. They will need to get 6th seed. And then the second place going to Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are a good record, a good team. Kansas City Chiefs are the teasing best teams that Patrick Mahomes did. So I'm gonna give the Kansas City Chiefs are 11-6 because the Chiefs are gonna do, as you can see, two Super Bowl rematch in the previous league. So we're gonna give the Chiefs our 12, 11 and 6. Let's go 11 and 6 for Kansas City Chiefs. So the Chiefs are 11 and 6, but may it still the playoffs. So the Kansas City Chiefs 11 and 6. So the 11 and 6 right now, they're in a good match. Then record gonna get there. So the Chiefs are in the postseason. Next is the Los Angeles Chargers, the last team. The Los Angeles Chargers, and it happened that time. That means the Chargers, it's a postseason, and every teams are crazy. So the Kevin and Justin Albert in the last season, they lose against the Raiders the last day of the regular season. So giving the Chargers are gonna give 12 and 5 record. So the Chargers are gonna make it to the playoffs. So the Chargers are gonna go 12 and 5 record. Let's go 12 and 5. So the Chargers are 12 and 5. We're made it to the playoffs. So the Chargers are the team playing in 12 and 5. It's gonna happen that the Chargers, we're gonna make it to the playoffs. So then we're in first place. And they're gonna go, Chargers are the first place. They're a good team. We now move on to the NFC side. The NFC is the NFC side right there. I'm gonna get NFC right now. So the fourth place is going to New York Giants. New York Giants, and then not never do it. Then the bad record, and then the New York Giants are end up did not make it. Then the last playoff appearance it was Eli Manning era, and then made it to the playoffs as a fifth seed. But I'm gonna get 215 did not make it in the playoffs. Let's go 215. So the New York Giants are not made 215 record. So the New York Giants are nonsense. And the name of the New York Giants are not made. So now I'm gonna get the playoffs. Next is I'm gonna go in third place. It is the Washington Commanders. And this is the first season of the new name what called the Washington Commanders. Do you know name was called Washington Football Team? And then right there in the name of the Washington Football Team are non-crazy teams. Then they're gonna get the Washington Football Team on the record, and they're gonna get the run. And what happened there? About did not make it to playoffs. So I'm gonna get 8-9 record. The Washington Commanders are crazy and gonna make it. Do not make it the Washington Commanders. I'm gonna go with 8-9. See, so the Washington Commanders are 8-9. We're gonna make it to the playoffs, and they're gonna get into the playoff postseason. So they're gonna go the Washington Commanders in the playoffs. I'm gonna rest up this team right now. Next, we have the second place, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles, right there, you're gonna get on the right side. So the Philadelphia Eagles are the good teams. Since last season, they're gonna get there. So it's gonna go the Eagles there, and that means the Philadelphia Eagles are the second place. We're gonna go 10-7 for the final record. We're gonna go 10-7 for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are not made. We're gonna go 10-7. So the Eagles are 10-7, so they're not made it to the playoffs. And I'm gonna get it to the not here. So the 10-7, the Philadelphia Eagles are in the playoffs. Up next, it's the first place, my favorite team in the NFL. It's the Dallas Cowboys are the first place. Dak Prescott that didn't hurt dirt and him right in the prime side. Dallas Cowboys are the 10 and this third place. Last season, the first place last season they lose, and the Niners in the NFC wild card and then the first and the nonsense. So the Dak Prescott need to back to the playoff from the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm gonna go with 11-6 for the Cowboys will make it to the playoffs. So, the Dallas Cowboys are 11-6. We're gonna get made it to the playoffs. I'm gonna get on the Dallas Cowboys there. I'm gonna get there and happen. Never do it. So the Dallas Cowboys are the 11-6 record. We're gonna make it to the playoffs. Now moves on to the NFC North. The NFC North in the fourth place. Let's go Chicago Bears. The fourth place is Chicago Bears are the non-record. Didn't have the playoff field. Didn't never do it. But the BS is gonna get. Gonna never do it. This thing. The Chicago Bears are not made it to the playoffs until I'm gonna get 3-14 Chicago Bears did not make it to the playoffs. So, the Chicago Bears are 3-14, so they not made it. So the worst record in Chicago here's 3. So the Bears are not made. I'm gonna give the Chicago Bears are 3-14. Then, the third place is, let's go with the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions in the roster. Happen to the Lions are the best teams. Then Tracy's. The Lions are in good match. Are not a man out, Manu Stanford. So that means the Detroit Lions. I'm gonna get the 6-11. Well, they not made it to the playoffs. So the Detroit Lions are not made it to the playoffs. So 6-11. The Detroit Lions, the 6-11 didn't have much time, and the Detroit are gonna get in the playoffs without Manu Stanford era. So it's gonna go to the Detroit Lions or did not make it to the postseason. And now move on to the second place. It's the Minnesota Vikings. So the Minnesota Vikings did it. They did not get there the minute then right and then what's going on the Minnesota Vikings. That means they're gonna good. The Minnesota Vikings are good and never do it. So I'm gonna go 9-8. The Vikings are not made. So I'm gonna go 9-8. The Vikings are made. Dude, I hope it's a potential playoffs. I'm gonna go. The Vikings are 9-8. So the Vikings are 9-8. They're not made it to the playoffs. So the Minnesota Vikings are the 9-8. They're gonna go then right now. So the Vikings are the 9-8. So they're not made it to the playoffs. The Vikings are nonsense. So they're gonna get the Vikings are 9-8. We're not gonna give to the playoffs. I'm gonna go the Vikings are 9-8. They're not made. So now move on here. And finally, the first place. The Green Bay Packers are the first place right now in the NFL best record. The Aaron Rodgers. The Aaron Rodgers are in the playoffs. So I'm gonna give the Green Bay Packers are gonna go with 40-3 with the best record in the NFL with a good one. So then I'm gonna give 40-3 for the Green Bay Packers will make it to the playoffs. So the Packers are 40-3. Aaron Rodgers are making it to the playoffs. The Green Bay Packers are the 40-3. We're gonna give to the postseason. The Packers are back in the postseason. The last Super Bowl it was Super Bowl 45. So the top and the Green Bay Packers in the postseason, they'll never do it. Stop. And then now move on to the NFC South. A fourth place is the Atlanta Falcons are non-work without Matt Ryan because of traded to Indianapolis. So they're gonna go that means up. I'm gonna go with the Falcons are 4-13. Do not make it. I'm gonna go the Atlanta Falcons are 4-13. So the Falcons are 4-13. Do not make it each team. So the Falcons are 4-13. Do not make it to the playoffs. So I'm gonna go where the Falcons are 4-13. Do not make it. So that didn't happen. Now move on. The third place is the Carolina Panthers with Baker Mayfield in the year. For the first time we have Baker Mayfield in the roster. And then when this happened, Baker Mayfield there in the roster. That means they're the pole. Then they're gonna toe. the Panthers are in the playoffs. I'm gonna say we're not gonna get the playoffs. I'm gonna go with 8-9. Yes, 8-9 for the Panthers. We're not gonna get to the playoffs. So the Panthers are 8-9. Have been in the playoffs with Baker Mayfield. So I'm gonna give the Panthers are 8-9. Move on to the second place is the New Orleans Saints. That it means the New Orleans Saints are the same 5-6, setting up of him. So I'm gonna never do it. So I'm gonna give the Saints are not made. So I'm gonna give A and 9 with a tie with the Panthers are the second place. So the Saints are A and 9 record. Saints are not made. So I'm gonna go A and 9. New Orleans Saints do not make it to the playoffs until the next season there. And then finally, the first place is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the return of Tom Brady and retirement. Then Tom Brady on retirement. So then we're gonna go tough. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in their best record, best team right now. The team looking good. I'm gonna say with the Buccaneers are to 11-12-5. We will make it to the playoffs as the 3 seed. So we're gonna get the Buccaneers are the 3 seed. We're gonna make it to the playoffs. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 12-5. We're gonna make it to the playoffs. So the 3 seed rank the Buccaneers are made. It's now moving in up. Now finally it's the NFC West side. It's the Tampa they're gonna do. The fourth place is the Seattle Seahawks. Are non-record because of Watson Wilson not made. So I'm gonna give this thing. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks are 5-12. Did not make it to the playoffs. Good ones and gonna get there in the 5-12 record. So I'm gonna go 5-12 Seahawks did not make it. So the Seahawks are 5-12. 5-12, yes, Seahawks are 5-12. Did not make it in the playoffs. So that in 13th place, our worst record, the Seahawks are did not make it to the playoffs. And now I'm gonna make it did not happen for Seattle Seahawks. Now the third place is the Arizona Cardinals are in third place. Third place, the Arizona Cardinals are in third place. Are a crazy postseason, and now they're gonna get to the top. So I'm gonna go with 9-8 record Arizona Cardinals in the playoffs. So that means no that's Niners. That's Niners. We're gonna switch up again. So I didn't show off. Alright, so the Cardinals are 9-8. We're gonna give 9-8. Arizona Cardinals are 9-8. Arizona Cardinals are 9-8. So we're gonna make it to the playoffs. We're gonna get it 9-8. So the Arizona Cardinals is the 9-8, and we're gonna make it to the postseason. And we're gonna potential. The second place is the San Francisco 49ers, and they never do it. And then the San Francisco Niners, and haven't ever seen this. We're gonna give him. I'm gonna go with 13, no, 12-5 or 11-6. Let's go 11-6 for the Niners are 12-6. So that's just gonna get 11-6. So the Rams, I'm gonna get 12-5 right there. While the Rams are 13-4, we're gonna make it to the playoffs. Now, here's our match. Here's our standings result, final result. What's going on here inside? Then we're gonna get the playoffs. That's right there. And then on the NFC. See, that means third, that upside. Gonna get third in the post. And then go to the poster. Why do you say a same with the 2021 playoff rocket, man? Maybe, let's go. You know what? No, not gonna get there. So that is, look at the Chiefs. Why is that thing? Same playoff in 2021. You know what? You know what? No, you know what I say. So the nonsense. So that we're similar to the 2021 NFL playoffs, and we may never do it. So now, all three playoff rematch isn't gonna get there. So let's check out the combined for the AFC. What's going on there? And look at the result there. It's going on. And then the NFL draft order. What's going on? The Giants are the first place, the first draft pick. The Bears, Jets, Jaguars. So it's time for the playoff wild card round. The wild card round. That's gonna good one there. The wild card playoffs are underway. Start out with the AFC wild card. The Chiefs and Colts. Colts are the 5-4 matchup. Well, I'm gonna get 5-4. Let's go with Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs and being Indianapolis Colts in the wild card. Get the tough one. So they're gonna go with Indianapolis Colts. It's nonsense. The Kansas City Chiefs are 5-4. None of the Chiefs are in the playoffs. Then the 6-3 matchup. The Denver Broncos take on Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert versus Russell Wilson, and the AFC divisional rivalries, the wildcard playoff spot. So I'm gonna go in the order of the Chargers being Broncos. So I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Chargers. The Tennessee Titans, the 7th seed, take on the 2 seed Buffalo Bills. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna give the Buffalo Bills are the 2 seed. Well, maybe it doesn't happen. So we'll beat up with Tennessee Titans. We'll pass up to Tennessee. And then the NFC side, the San Francisco Niners and the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys there. And it didn't happen. They're the props. And the top matchup there didn't happen. So I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys there. Then Eagles and the Buccaneers. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers win that one. It doesn't happen. They're similar in 2021. They're in the same bracket. And then the Cardinals and Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams win that one. And now moving on to the NFC divisional. Move on to the divisional round. Then the AFC divisional round. Chargers and Bills in Buffalo. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills win that one there. I think a tough one, so I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills win that one there. The Chiefs and the Bengals rematch of the AFC Championship game. I ever do it, Chiefs or nonsense there. I'm gonna do upset. Let's go with the Chiefs upset the Bengals, and then moving on to the AFC Championship game. And it's happened there in the Buffalo Bills right now, and then gonna do it one there. Then the Buccaneers and the Rams. Let's go with the Los Angeles Rams for the NFC Championship game. And we're going to give the Rams win that one. Packers and Cowboys in Green Bay. Let's go with Green Bay. Packers are going to get an NFC Championship game. And now 4 teams remaining for the Conference Championship. Chiefs versus Bills. Rams versus Packers. Move on to the Super Bowl 57. We're going to first one. The first one, the Chiefs and the Bills. Let's go with the Buffalo Bills beats the Kansas City Chiefs. Right there, I'm recording this one there. And then the Rams versus Packers in Green Bay. You know what? I'm going to go Green Bay Packers. They're going to go with Super Bowl 57, beating the Los Angeles Rams. And now Super Bowl 57, we got the Bills versus Packers. That means they're going to get there and happen when right time. I'm going to sort of sitting there. So, the Super Bowl winner is the Green Bay Packers win the Super Bowl 57. So, that's it for now. That's 2022-2023 NFL season. Well, the NFL season is back. Comment down below who will win the Super Bowl 57. Sign up for now. And that's it for now. See you next video. We're gonna get the week 1 predictions. We're gonna coming back. And then we're gonna go MLB predictions is gonna make it. as well the MA 2K tournament that I didn't finish off. So sign up for now and peace out. Bye!